As my husband and I were planning to make a donation to the church, we were given this book entitled George's Tree by Alvin Ram, who's the planned giving director at the Ontario Conference.
When we got home and I had the chance to read George's book, I was the first one to read it, and I was very pleased to see how it coincided with some of the research I had done and gave me the security that the church appeared to know exactly what to do and be trustworthy and in a way that would be acceptable to everybody, including the government of Canada.
And we found this book very helpful. When George and I moved to the community of Owen Sound 40 years ago, George came as a pediatrician. He was on call for the first 2 years we were here 24/7.
Life goes quick and you get busy, and sometimes afterwards you look back and you say, "Boy, that was an opportunity, I missed it." I hope God is very patient with us.
For the next 26 or 7 years, he was on call every other night and every other weekend. And so we ate when the children were hungry at regular meal times, and his lunch or supper went in the warming oven till he got home. We live on this property that has a creek flowing through it. There's an endless supply of wood that comes down the creek, or the beavers cut wood.
We have to start working for the winter very soon in the early spring. But as you know, in around 2007, the government of Canada allowed people to give shares to charities. For us, it was convenient to clear up a little bit our estate planning, and in that process, we decided to focus on summer camps and make the endowment, so it gives the opportunity to young people to go there and being in God's creation and yet relate to other young people who have similar goals. What is essential is that children need to have friends before they reach the age of 14 or 15, because at that age they start doing what their friends do. And if their friends go to church or go to a particular school at that age, they'll do the same.
Camp Frenda was, we believe, instrumental in the spiritual life of our son, our daughter and our son, and we believe that it's a very important element in evangelization of young people.
So about 2.5 years ago, we were trying to clear up a little bit our estate and make it easier in case we die for our children. We gave our outright gift of the house to the conference. It was sold promptly as expected, and the endowment fund was arranged through the lawyers, and from that money was created an endowment fund for providing funds for children to go to camp.
The funds are also being used to subsidize the salary of some young people at Camp Frenda who come from outlying areas.
They work there again, they create relationships, and church becomes more significant or more normalized in a sense.
In the wisdom of the director now, he is using that as a subsidization. Instead of paying for kids to come directly to camp, he feels they should pay a little bit. So the further away from the center, Toronto, i.e. Greater Toronto, the further away from the center the young people are, the greater I understand, the greater amount of subsidization for them coming to camp will be greater.
People seem to be pleased, and we're happy to see that the conference has followed through as it was suggested originally.
I would encourage other people to read the George's Tree book. It certainly gives good ideas on how donations can be made to the church. Donations which will not only benefit church programs, but will also benefit the givers.